post show, right? SS84, right? Post show, man. Our special guest of the day.
Yeah.
Nova, straight out of Brooklyn Media.
Nova, what's good?
Yonni Rose. Yo. Classix the writer. You know what I mean? Yo, we had a fire show, y'all. You know what I mean? We definitely enjoyed y'all coming through, right? It's a classic. You know what I mean? Tell us a little bit about your experience. Y'all gonna come back and do a lot more. We got more stuff to come. But tell us about your experience today on Sound Show Radio.
Yo, it was dope, man. Appreciate it. Yonni and Classix, they showed out. They
Definitely.
They did. You know what I mean? They, they always. It's always a joy for me to just, you know what I'm saying, watch them go off and see our reaction and whatnot. So
that's a fact.
It was really dope, you know what I'm saying, and I appreciate the opportunity. It was really fun, you know what I'm saying, fun environment. I've never been on a radio show where the people perform like.
Thank you. Right. It's special.
Yeah, it's a real interactive. Environment and show, so it creates a dope energy, you know what I mean?
See why we call it Sound Show, right?
Yeah.
Sound Show, baby. Or the live music display / broadcast,
right. And
you know what I mean?
You can really see what the artist is about.
Exactly.
A lot of times, you can sit and rap, you know what I'm saying? But then you see an artist get on stage and they don't have no personality.
They can't perform anything, right?
So right there, you just saw.
Right.
They could rap. They could write songs. And they got bars. They got substance.
And they can perform. And they got show performance and stage presence. You know what I mean?
All of that stuff.
That's a fact, man.
You can feel that you saw that it's a level y'all going.
Yeah, it's like you're going up and up in the levels, you know what I mean?
It's a level that's not going to stop with y'all.
That's a fact, cuz, you know what I mean? So, Yonni, man, we definitely appreciate you coming through. Tell us about your experience on Sound Show Radio.
It was heat.
Thank you.
Fire.
We appreciate that.
It was divine. It was excellent.
We love you for that.
I heard this queen.
Right, man. That's a fact, man. We appreciate you for coming through, being a fire up and coming female artist with your own style. You don't sound like you ain't sounding like nobody else. You got your own lane, own vibe, and all that. We respect that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? There's a fire performances of your hit records, man. We appreciate having you on Sound Show Radio, Yonni.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Classix, what's going on, my G?
Classix,
yo, man. Some more fire artists that came through the show today. Tell us about your appearance on Sound Show Radio today. Tell us how you feel about that.
It was everything I needed it to be. Very supportive, very productive, and I just appreciate these two for always I don't know their relationship and how often they work together.
Right.
This is like my third time actually being on the scene with you.
Right.
It's just magic every time I work time. So
I like that. I like that.
Right. He making things happen. You know what I'm saying? No making shit happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know?
That's thank y'all.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all.
Thank y'all, man.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? So they had Sound Show Radio. You see the Fantastic Four right here. Y'all ain't even get to rhyme. I'm a producer and all of that. I ain't even get to. But we gonna do that. I'm gonna send y'all some beats and all of that. You know what I mean? Word. You know what I mean? I got you. No, we gonna keep in touch and get everything going. You know what I mean? We appreciate you coming through and bringing some amazing, talented artists through. Y'all came and shook the building up, y'all.
I appreciate y'all because it's important. For us, you know what I'm saying? In the position that we're in, the age that we are,
right?
To create these platforms for them.
Right. That's why we did that.
You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all accepting. Y'all could have easily been like, "Oh, nah, they young artists, and we never heard of them."
Nope.
You know
that's not how we doing that, man. That's what we do this for.
That's not having a good year.
Right. That's right.
Right, but not everybody's.
Not everybody's like that. Yeah.
New artists, especially young artists that aren't, that like you said, they don't I know what you mean.
Right.
That's dominating. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not all that's out there, but what's really, especially in New York City,
right.
You got different platforms that's just pushing a certain sound.
Tell me about it.
A certain character of
Tell me about it.
So it's not only the sound, it's not just like drill music,
right?
But it's like gang related drill music.
Right. See, this is what I was talking about. With no set, right?
It's not that drill music is.
It's not that drill music is bad. We get it. We all from the soil, right? But
we understand it.
You got to be more universal. You know what I mean?
But when you're talking about like pushing a specific gang related
agenda,
I can't get with that.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Music.
It's different than
everybody, you know what I'm
right.
saying? We're not gonna act like it's something that's
Right.
just a general
Right.
thing that's happening with all
Right.
our
It's all right to enjoy the music, right?
20-year-old.
Right. It's all right. We enjoy it.
20-year-old in New York City ain't making that type of music.
Right. That's what you came to show.
Dropping them gems,
Every
y'all.
young artist is not following. You know what I mean?
There's
Everybody's
too many
not
styles in
following
New York.
the same. Right. Everybody not following the same. You know what I mean?
Our style of hip hop is light years ahead of a lot of. Not to talk crazy.
Right. It's facts.
Like any other city.
It's facts.
But anything any city could do, we could do it this way or even better.
Right.
Keep it 100.
Right. So we really
We
appreciate.
know a lot of music. We got the ear for it. That's what we listen to when we play and spend money.
Right. Right.
And you know, we got the you know, we got the cheat code because we are a melting pot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Different songs, different music.
By de facto, de facto, we kind of like by default rather we encompass everything, right? The Caribbean, the South, the West, everything. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know what I mean. So with these young folks here, it's all of that. People gotta put some respect on that shit.
That's what we was talking about, right? Yo, so how that's what we was talking about, right?
Fire.
Having a platform that highlights artists who are like not necessarily underdogs, because everybody's doing their units now. But at a day and age where everything is so dominated by with the stuff that's highlighted on the internet or highlighted on the radio, we want to make sure we have a platform that showcases talented people that's moving through all of that, moving around all of that, and moving through it, and just being their own entities, not sounding like the same old. You know what I mean? Because that's the real way that you make it through. Your own, carving your own lanes. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Right.
Just being your own character.
Right. Being your own person.
Just bringing your own personality.
Right.
You know, somebody the other day, I was trying to remember the name, but they said, you know how they say negativity sells.
Yeah,
He said it's not negativity that sells. He said it's authenticity.
Right.
You have to change it into authenticity.
Like that.
Right.
That's a fact.
Wow.
Right.
And a lot of times, what's selling is that we think that, you know, the negativity is authentic.
Right. That's why it's selling.
So that's why you're looking at it like, oh, well, he's really doing that.
Right.
It's really that. It's really that. And
Yo, it's a science to shit, right? It's science to things,
Right. And there's a lot of fake it till you make it. So
Make
now
it.
you gotta catch up to the shit that you started.
Right.
Because you wasn't even doing
that.
But now you
Right.
gotta catch up to it in real life.
Right.
You said it in the rap.
Right.
Or then you gonna bump a wall in hip hop.
And you gonna
Right.
bump your head real
Right.
I've seen it happen mad times all over the place, different cities.
Right.
Right.
So
That's a
we
fact.
trying to, just before you bump your head, create these platforms.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
So you got the Sound Show Radio,
Right.
The Artist and Repertoire Show,
Right.
where they can come and do
Nice.
That's a fact, man. We
That's
really
dope, man.
appreciate having y'all in the building. You know what I mean? He's through the sound pros. So hot up, you know how he do. Cuzzo, Red Sand. Mika Baby, how you feel about the day, y'all?
It was dope, man.
Dope,
it was
right?
a whole vibe. It was a whole movement. You know, their music was dope. I loved all the tracks.
That's
that
a
they
fact,
came to
right?
perform. And I can't wait till you guys come back and fuck it up again.
That's a fact. It's more to come. It's just the beginning, you know what I mean? It's just the beginning, you know what I mean? We really support. Make sure y'all check. We only getting started. I'm gonna send y'all beats and all of that, you know what I mean? Yo, you know what I mean? Stay tuned.
Absolutely.
Me and you gonna talk. I know you got even more people that, you know what I'm saying?
And y'all can DM,
that.
jump in my DM. You know what I'm saying? Any shows,
Right.
that's looking for that, with young artists to hit on the, jump on the stage.
Right.
You know what I mean? Definitely reach out. You know what I mean? These guys, they want to perform. They stage show is tight.
Is
You
it?
know what I'm saying?
Tight.
They know how to
Way
perform.
tight.
Shout out to Yonni Rose, man. Shout out to Classix.
Yeah, that was
They
tight.
do the song and they tracks playing. They know how to do their thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want to say one thing too. My fault.
No, you good.
A lot of your artists that's dope, that's nice. Y'all gotta practice performing, B. Like, y'all gotta practice that.
Because when certain artists come
Sit
through,
in the selfie. Y'all got heat and fire. Gotta
right,
perform.
gotta perform though.
So nobody's giving y'all the platform to perform, B. So
Right.
y'all ready for that?
That's a
Make
fact.
sure y'all check out him on Artists and Repertoire.
that's a fact.
You know what I mean?
A large part of the Artist Repertoire Show is that what you said. You know what I'm saying? That's why that's a great point. Like the performance aspect is getting looked over right now in the game.
It is.
Social media.
It is.
So what's
Thank
happening
you.
right now is that artists
You could come out and you kind of trash. Let's keep it 100.
because you come out online on
Right.
social media.
It's no structure.
and people love your music, and
Right.
you get a lot of followers, and you start making money.
Without structure.
You skip the stages
Right.
that are traditional.
Right.
It's like open mic, blah 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 blah.
Right.
You gotta hit the
Performance,
stage.
the
Like you get
feed
to
from
skip
the
that
crowd,
because you
like,
start to accumulate wealth.
Right, the
Like,
internet.
so you're able to
Right.
skip that. And then you go straight from your crib and your block to
To-
the club.
Right.
Right? And now the club got 1,000 people in it.
Okay.
So you're validated in the fact that you don't need to perform. But what happens is now
Right.
everyone's drunk, and that's why everyone's performing over their song.
Right.
And not performing over
You
their
can't
song.
really perform. Right.
But then you get transferred to a stage like Summer Jam.
Right.
Right? And I go to the show and you trash.
Right. Trash.
Because
That's
now I'm
what I'm saying, yo.
seeing,
Talk
because
that
the
shit.
crowd is sitting there, and if everybody in that crowd don't know your song, you fucked
You
up.
fucked up. They're just gonna be standing there looking at
Like
you.
everyone's there and everyone's like, and it's MetLife Stadium.
Right.
Right? It's 50,000 people in the crowd. Everybody know your music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta
So
live.
you look stupid now.
Right.
Pretty much playing your record.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Pretty much. It's like
He has a
blocking.
valid point.
So
That's a
We're
fact.
talking
Performance
about
aspect.
skipping, man.
Right.
Before, when you was an artist, you had to battle first.
Yeah, you had to go through these stages.
Yeah,
Man.
that's
Talk about that.
pressure on the battle.
Yeah,
You had to go through these stages.
If it wasn't battling, it was at least
Stages.
ciphers. You had to get the
Ciphers, yeah.
ciphers. You had to rap. You had to
Right.
exercise your voice. You had to learn how to speak in front of an audience and control the crowd.
Right.
So when you get on that stage, you know how to talk to people and get them to listen to you, and get them to zone in on what you want
Right.
to say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things, and you know, so the Artist and Repertoire Show presents, you know, the opportunity for them to work.
That's dope.
Steps, man.
Right.
I heard it here, man.
Right.
No steps.
So
no
make
steps.
sure,
You
man.
can't skip them steps.
Right.
Steps, bro.
So Yonni, tell everybody stay tuned for your music, right? Check out all her music on all
Follow
platforms.
me on Instagram, YONNI_Yonni.
That's a fact, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Thank you for performing. Right, thank you for performing those 3 smash records right there.
Yes.
She performed 3 smash records already. Make sure y'all check out the show. You know what I mean? Classix. Thank you, my G.
Classix.
Perform 3 smash records yourself, my brother. You know what I mean? We really thank y'all for coming through and being on the show. You know what I mean? You know, tell people to stay tuned for Sound Show Radio. I need some drops for y'all. Give me a drop real quick.
Yo. Make sure y'all check out Sound Show Radio. Follow them on IG.
You already
It's
know,
your boy
right?
Nova
Yeah.
from straight out of Brooklyn. Make
Right.
sure you follow me. But yo, shout out to the boy H2. Shout out to the whole Sound Show Radio crew.
That's
you
a
know what I
fact.
mean? DTF Radio. Make sure y'all follow that. Get that app. Download that app.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a
Sound
fact.
Show Radio.
Yep.
Yeah, you already know what
That's
we
a
do.
fact, man.
Yeah.
Give us a drop, Classix.
Yeah.
Give us a drop.
You drop?
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie, I don't know what that
Now, glasses means say your name is the show.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Classix the writer. Shout out to Sound Show Radio.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
okay, alright, let me remix that.
Right, you know what you like. I do know what a drop is.
Yo, shout out to Straight Out of Brooklyn, B.
Right.
Yeah.
Yonni Rose for
Right.
supporting young black artists
That's a
Agree.
fact.
I
in
totally.
Brooklyn,
Right.
all over New
Totally.
York, honestly.
Right.
And just giving us that platform. Shout out to Yonni Rose.
That is a fact.
Shout
Y'all
out
crushed
to
it
her
today.
pushing black women and
Right.
Come on.
artists.
Nice.
Y'all crushed it today.
Nice.
And shout out to y'all for
Yes.
pushing our voices and actually putting us on a platform where people should hear us.
Sound Show Radio.
Yes,
Tell them
Sound
Classix.
Radio,
Show.
BTF.
Right. Sound
You know
Show
what I'm saying?
Radio.
Yes.
That's a fact. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know how we do. You know what I
Every
mean?
week, man. Thank
You know how we do,
That
man.
was
We
fly.
appreciate everything,
And
man.
shout out to me.
Yep. That's a fact. Shout out to yourself. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's a fact. You know what I mean? Give us a
Yeah,
drop,
man.
Yonni. One more time, baby.
Yonni Rose. Shout out to Sound Show Radio.
You know.
Always heat, always fire.
You know how we
Yes.
do.
Exclusive stuff.
Yeah, you know what we do, man. We are done, you know what I mean? We are, like I said, we are done, you know what I mean? We heard. So we're going to take some pictures in front of the monitor. I'll let y'all later. This was an excellent show. We're going to talk to y'all later, man. Make sure y'all check out Sound Show 84 featuring Yonni Rose, Classix the writer. My boy Johari, aka Nova, straight out of Brooklyn Media. Make sure y'all check out the interview. Make sure y'all check out the live performances. It was heat. You know what I mean? We're going to talk to y'all next week. We're going to take some pictures and get up out of here. Happy Saturday weekend and 4th of July weekend, everybody. Y'all at y'all later. Be safe out there. Sound Show Radio. We already know how we do. One.
We see y'all back next time.